We're taking a look at the melody of a jazz standard called Blue Room. It's by Rodgers and Hart. And when we look at the chart, we can see that there is a treble clef. There's a little tiny B, that's a flat, and that flat is in the key signature, telling us that all Bs are flatted in this particular melody. And then we can use a note reading guide, such as this, to find those notes. So it's going to start off with a C, which is the third fret of the fifth string from the bottom. So string 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, fret 1, 2, 3, third fret, using the third finger. Generally, we're going to use the same finger of whatever fret we're on. So first finger is going to handle notes on the first fret, second finger on with notes on the second fret, and third finger is going to handle notes on the third fret. So that would be the third finger, index finger 1, 2, and 3. So fifth string, third fret, that's going to be a C. Second note is an F. That is on the third fret of the third string. Third fret of the fourth string with the bottom. So we're starting off with the third fret of the fifth string, then moving to this F, which is the third fret of the fourth string. Then open fourth string, that's the first bar. That's a D, open on the fourth string for the bottom. A C again, which is again the third fret of the fifth string. That's a G, and that's open on the third string from the bottom. So that's in the second bar, second note. Then we have a D again, open fourth string. Then we have C again, third fret of the fifth string. And then we have A, this is in bar 3 of the top line. That's the second fret of the third string from the bottom. Then open on the fourth string again. That's D. C again, which is the third fret of the fifth string from the bottom. And there's B flat, which is the third fret of the third string from the bottom. D, open fourth string. C again, third fret of the fifth string. This is line 2. There's middle C. And then we have C up here, which is the first fret of the second string at the bottom. We have 3 of those. We have another one in bar 2. And then D, which is the third fret of the second string. And then third fret of the third string, that B flat. Open third string is a G. We'll see a little 1 in underneath a hood, and that indicates that's first ending. And we have F, which is the third fret of the fourth string. We have 3 of those. And then the open G, which is open on the third string. Second fret of the third string, which is A. And then that middle C again, that C on the third fret of the fifth string. And that's the first ending. You'll see repeat marks at the end of the second line. And then we would now march back up again and start with C, which is the third fret of the fifth string, to F, which is the third fret of the fourth string, to D, which is open on the fourth string, C, which is on the third fret of the fifth string, G, which is open on the third string for the bottom, D, which is open on the fourth string for the bottom, C, which is on the third fret of the fifth string, A, which is on the second fret of the third string, D, which is open on the fourth string, C, which is on the third fret of the fifth string, B flat, which is on the third fret of the third string, to D, which is open on the fourth string, C, which is, this is line 2, C, which is on the third fret of the fifth string, upper C, which is on the first fret of the second string, C, C, second bar of the second line, C, up to D, which is the third fret of the second string, to B flat, which is the third fret of the third string, and then open on the third string. Now that we've gotten to the end of the second bar of the second line, we're not going to do the first ending again, where it says the 1 underneath that little hood to the repeat mark. We're going to jump down to the beginning of the third line, which is the second ending, because we're actually doing it the second time around. And that's going to start, line 3 is going to be the third fret of the fourth string, that's an F, 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 another F. And all of those are third fret of the fourth string. A G, open on the third string. A, second fret of the third string. G, open on the third string, and then F, third fret of the fourth string. Okay, in the third line, bar 3, you can see a double line there. And that indicates we're heading into the what's called the middle section of the song. We've done the theme twice. This is a new theme, and it's going to go start with E. So this is line 3, bar 3. E, which is the second fret of the fourth string. F, which is third fret of the fourth string. G, which is open on the third string. A, which is the second fret of the third string. B flat, which is the third fret of the third string. C, which is the first fret of the second string. D, which is third fret of the second string. E, which is open on the first string. Then line 4, the beginning, we have a rest on beat 1, and then we have F, which is the first fret of the first string. Another F, which is first fret of the first string. E, which is open on the first string. Then D, which is on the third fret of the second string. C, which is on the first fret of the second string. D, which is on the third fret of the second string. E, which is open on the first string. E, which is open on the first string. D, which is on the second fret of the second string. C, which is on the first fret of the second string. B flat, which is on the third fret of the third string. C, which is on the first fret of the second string. And that is 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the end of line 4. And then at the beginning of line 5, we have a rest in beat 1. And then A, which is on the second fret of the third string. Another A, open on a G, which is open on the third string. F, which is on the third fret of the fourth string, and then C, which is on the third fret of the fifth string. Now we have theme again. We have another double line. That middle section is over. We're back to the theme that we hear at the top of the piece. It's a repeat of that main theme.
It's 5 o'clock.
And so in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, line 5, bar 3, we have a C, which is the third fret of the fifth string. An F, which is the third fret of the fourth string, a D, which is open on the fourth string, C, which is the third fret of the fifth string, a G, which is open on the third string, D, which is open on the fourth string, C, which is on the third fret of the fifth string, A. Now we're on the sixth line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, sixth line, first bar, and that A was the second fret of the third string. The D, which is open on the fourth string, C, which is the third fret of the fifth string, B flat, which is the third fret of the third string, D, which is open on the fourth string, C, which is the third fret of the fifth string, back up to this higher C, which is first fret of the second string, C, 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 F, first fret of the first string, B flat, which is third fret of the third string, A, which is the second fret of the third string, G, which is open on the third string. The last line, F, which is the third fret of the fourth string, F, F, G, which is open on the third string, A, which is the second fret of the third string, G, which is open on the third string, F, which is the third fret of the fourth string. So that's going to be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3, etc., etc. You can. There's a second video that'll show me walking through that and counting aloud. Okay, enjoy.